Hello everyone and welcome to the GMS Magazine channel. I am Paco Garcia, your host, and this is the GMS RPG Academy, the show in which I give you my insights as a writer, a publisher, and a general role player about publishing your very own role-playing game. In this episode I want to talk to you about nomenclature. With nomenclature, well, that's kind of the naming conventions that you're going to use for your files that are going to be in your project. And this is something that can save you an insane amount of time. Now, what methodology you use to name your files, that's up to you. You can decide to do it however you like. But the one thing that it should be is consistent. Always. Because otherwise, you're just going to get lost. Let's say I have, for instance, tomes in here. It's one mighty tome, and it has literally thousands of illustrations within. I'm not exaggerating. Every page is going to have several illustrations, at least 2, 3 in some cases, 4 sometimes, and you have little graphics all over the place. All of these are going to be living somewhere in a hard drive, and every single one of these is going to have a name. If you start naming these however you like, finding them is going to be nightmarish. Really. There are several, however many ways you want to name things. I'm going to talk about one particular one that I've used in the past for my Patreons. So you can, well, hopefully follow it or not. But it's one that worked incredibly well. You have to use whatever you like. But you have to decide whether you want to start alphabetically, whether you want to go by page number if you can, whether you want to start by file type, if it's a vector or is an image, whether you want to start by chapter, however it is. But you must decide how you are going to name every single file consistently and tell everybody in the team this is how it's going to work. Because otherwise, artists will start to name something green-eyed witch in forest. But where does that go? What is the name of the creature exactly? Is that how it's going to be referenced in the book? Is that not the proper name? How? It's a very, very tricky one. And it's one that the bigger your project is, the more important it becomes. And when I say the bigger, it's not just a matter of page number and weight, which this is very, but also how many people are going to be involved. Is somebody going to be involved before and after? So, for example, is the layout artist going to be involved after the illustrations are created, or vice versa? Is the sensitivity editor going to be involved after the standard editing, or vice versa? When are things going to be done? Everybody needs to understand that this is how things are named in this project. This is something that we so often forget. Go into your computer now, and go into the folder with your books, with your RPGs. You will see how there is no consistency. If you want to find something by science fiction, unless you're a very tidy person, you may not be able to find everything. How are you going to tidy everything up? Where is the science fantasy going to go? That sort of thing is really important. If you're going to have 50 images for your game, how are you going to call it? Image 1, image 2, image 3, image 4? What does that mean? How do you know if you want to change it from one place to another? Say that you have a bestiary. Are you going to tidy those images, the illustrations for each creature by level of, challenge rating? Are you going to do it alphabetically because that's how it's going to go into the book? How? It's one more thing that you need to think about before you start creating content for your game. How are you going to name every single file that's going to go into the production of your book? Seriously, give that some thought before you end up with hundreds of files that you know absolutely no way of finding easily enough. Let me know what's your preferred method, because I'd love to hear what you have to say on that topic. Thank you so much for being there. Leave me your comments in the show notes or the video description. Join us in our Facebook page or the Discord server, and I look forward to hearing from you very, very soon. But until the next time, take care.